Hey everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Eagle's Eye. As you can see, I'm not here with Tyler because we recorded these transitions earlier and we messed up our first one. So here I am welcoming you by myself. So today we're going to talk about financial aid night. That's our first interview. It's with Miss Wigan, I believe, and it's pretty useful for all of us seniors applying to college. We got to know everything we got to know about FAFSA, and Miss Wigan can share some of that knowledge. So let's go check out that interview.
Hi, I'm Diamond Laketo here with Miss Wigan to talk about financial aid night. Hi, how are you today?
Great, thank you.
So, what is financial aid night?
Financial aid night is occurring here at the high school, November the 2nd, in the Audion at 6 o'clock. Even though financial aid opened October the 1st, I have a favorite speaker. His name is Michael Burke. He's from FIA, which is Pennsylvania Higher Education Agency, blah, blah, blah. But he's the best speaker that I've had. So he's so booked out that even though I reached out to him super early, the earliest date that we could come to was November the 2nd, which is not late. So I don't want people to think that it's late just because financial aid opened up. But we are having financial aid night November the 2nd, 6 o'clock in the Audion.
Okay. And what will people be doing when they go to financial aid night?
Financial aid night is invited for senior parents who maybe have not gone through the financial aid process. Maybe this is your first senior, or even if it's your second senior and it's been a few years. It's just a really good conversation about the different types of words out there. There's some crazy buzzwords that you'll never hear again other than the college application season. FAFSA and Pell and FIA and all these things that this presentation will hopefully break that down so that you can kind of educate yourself about what sort of grants, loans, and scholarships are out there and what you might be eligible for.
Okay. And what's the difference between financial aid and FAFSA?
I agree. Both words are used synonymously with each other. Financial aid is the big, broad term. You know, how do I pay for college? Financial aid. FAFSA is actually the acronym and the website to start the application process. So FAFSA stands for Free Application for Student Federal Aid. So the key word is free. So if you go to FAFSA.com, it charges you $75. That's not free. So there are trick websites out there that try to trick you. It's free. I can help you. It's not that hard. Everything's on the computer. If you make a mistake in something, you can't go to the next page. That's the beauty of the internet. So FAFSA.org is available now. It started in October the 1st, but I really wouldn't advise people to start until they A, educate themselves by coming to financial aid night, and B, having your senior have at least, 2, 3, 4, 5 colleges that they've already applied to, because that is the purpose of FAFSA, for the federal government and the state to look at the colleges that you're applying to, look at your family's income, and kind of make a determination, what you're eligible for and what you might get in free money or loans.
Okay. And so when they go to the financial aid night, will you be giving out fee waivers, or will that be a different time that the students can come to you?
I will be there for financial aid night with Mr. Burke in the Audion. There are no fee waivers because FAFSA is free. Basically, you go to a website, you create a FAFSA ID. I'm going to be putting together a cheat sheet soon that I do every year, and I email it out to the parents, just kind of like as a nice backup to what is happening that night. If any student is truly perplexed, come to my office. I'll create a FAFSA ID with you. I can even start the FAFSA with you up until the point when we get to your parents' information. And then I at least, got you a fourth of the way there.
And so when... Wait, did it? Got it. I thought of a question and it left my head.
Okay.
Right.
Why don't you ask what are the terms under financial aid that we should be paying attention to?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So what are the terms that we should be paying attention to underneath the financial aid?
I always encourage every senior to bring me their financial aid packet, and I will help them decipher it. You will see some keywords in there like Pell Grant, SEOG grant. You might see the Perkins loan. You might see the direct Stafford loan. There are just so many words out there. The key is, if your family hits a certain income level, you might get the maximum from the government. The maximum from the government is called the Pell Grant, and that's free money, good money, free money, and that's approximately $6,000. Then if you qualify and stay in Pennsylvania, you will get FIA money. So this is where Michael Burke comes from, FIA, and you might get $4,500. So right there, that's close to $11,000 in free money. So that is one chunk of money. Everybody at 18 is eligible for a direct loan, and that's for $5,500. So you add that to the mix. If you're eligible for that, then you're eligible for work study. Work study is where you work on campus. You get paid 10 hours a week to work on campus, maybe swipe IDs, let people into the library, do your homework in the duration. And that might be $1,000 to $3,000. So right there, you've started adding up the money. Then, of course, you can add merit scholarship that a college gives you just because you're smart to begin with. Then there's back-end money. So financial aid really is a process. It's not a one and done. I always tell kids there's like 3 core ways to afford college. And then, of course, there's rich uncle, graduation money, working, and all that good stuff, which is a blessing if that happens. But if none of those things happen, there are 3 solid ways to put together the package and figure out, okay, I've done my math. I still owe $5,000 for Cabrini. I still owe $10,000 for Gwen and Mercy. I still owe $50,000 for Drexel. Mom, Dad, what should we do? Okay, let's break out the calculator and then do our pros and cons and then make a decision, hopefully by May the 1st, if not earlier.
Okay, sounds great. So how many years have you been doing the financial aid night?
So this will be my 5th year. And what I love that I've incorporated, somewhere along the way, someone said, the bilingual parents are not being, their needs are not being met. I said, okay. So 3 years ago, I brought on my friend from Manor, and he was my bilingual speaker. One family showed up. One family showed up. And what he said to me, because he is in the Hispanic population, he said to me that the Hispanic population is slow to trust. That's what he said. They don't know if everything's legit. So then the second year, I brought in another financial aid speaker. 3 or 4 families showed up. Now, last year, I'm so upset, but I brought a financial aid speaker. It was my sister's wedding, whatever you want to call it, her rehearsal dinner. So I had to be there. And I asked Miss Mitchell to sit in for me for financial aid night, and she took pictures. My whole room was packed. Oh, wow. And I didn't get to see it. And so he's right. The Hispanic population is slow to trust. So I'm excited to have another financial aid Hispanic speaker speak in my office. I put out a phone call already, both in English and in Spanish. So I hope they come out. I hope they know that they can trust us. We're not going to do anything. We're just here to educate and help your child get the best financial aid that they can so they can, go off and have a successful future.
Okay, that's very nice. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Please come out November the 2nd, financial aid night with a fantastic speaker, the best speaker that I know. And it'll be 6 o'clock in the Audion, and the bilingual portion will be happening in the College Career Center. So I'll be doing a lot of running up and down.
Okay, thank you so much. Hopefully people come out to financial aid night. Yeah, it's very important for our seniors. Thank you for watching, and back to the host.